Welcome to the Lovecraft tapes. I am Jeremy, your keeper of arcane lore, and we play Call of Cthulhu, a horror role-playing game based upon the fictional works of H.P. Lovecraft. Your investigators of the unknown are Brian, as Special Agent Jack Whiteside.
Hi, everybody.
Gabe, as Special Agent Roy Arroyo.
I can finally relax, watch Sports Center, and listen to some Steely Dan.
And Matt as To Be Determined.
Dumb name.
Not sure which accent to do there, huh?
Nope.
Well, welcome, players. How is everybody doing tonight? What are we drinking?
I don't drink.
I'm doing pretty good. I'm having Smirnoff Ice.
Gross.
Ice baby.
That's disgusting.
I actually happened to have someone who swung by with a bunch of excess beer from a party. So I'm actually drinking a bottle of the Founder's Breakfast Stout.
Ooh.
Nice.
That is
Lucky.
I'm drinking peanut butter M&Ms.
Oh, God.
Oh,
Please don't choke.
no, please do. We'll get extra viewer. People are into that, right?
Yes.
Nice. All right, well, let's take a quick moment to check for any letters from beyond. On Facebook, James Davidson says, "Hey guys, love the podcast. I just had a quick question about the ending of The Dark Angelus and Returning Home. How inevitable were the endings of those two stories? Both seemed to end without much resolution, and I was wondering if the players had handled the investigations differently. How much more or different would the stories have been? Anyways, keep up the good work." So both of those, Dark Angelus and Returning Home, were basically because Chuck took the actions that he did, then we sort of had to figure things out. And so that one, I think if Chuck had not been so reckless, then we probably could have proceeded in the 50s, right, guys? Do you think?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, probably. Yeah.
I mean, there was no impetus to move along to modern day other than that. We basically fashioned it in a way that we could save him.
Yeah.
And then keep it moving along.
Yeah.
So to answer your question, yeah, if Chuck or if circumstances had gone slightly differently, then for sure that would have resolved differently. As far as Returning Home, that was due to external circumstances, and we kind of had to midway through the scenario determine how that was going to pan out. I think everybody was pretty happy with the way it did pan out. But it is, to your point, James, it is still open-ended. And I kind of like it that way because it gives us seeds to plant for potential mysteries down the way.
Yes.
So we'll have to see if that ever wraps up. It may not, and that's just the way I think some of these things go. So thank you for the question.
The way it is.
Also on Facebook, Andreas from Sweden says, "Just stumbled over your eminent podcast. I enjoy it greatly. Are the scenarios homebrews or are they available for purchase somewhere?" And we did answer this, I believe, during our Q&A for Bloodlines last episode, if you go back, maybe 2 episodes from this one. And so we do a good mix of some published ones that are available either in scenario format, module format, or in anthologies of modern day scenarios. But I typically like to modify them so that even if you were to purchase that same scenario, it would probably be slightly different than the way that we played it. Yeah. Because we do have all these little side stories going on. And I like to mix things up. And then, I think TRYST here will be my second or third scenario that I've written. So that's the way I like to do a good mix. Honestly, some of the published scenarios out there are so dang good that they're just fun to plug in. And I have to do a lot less prep work for them. So there is that. So thank you for the question, Sweden. As a reminder, everybody, please feel free to send your letters from beyond anytime on Facebook, Twitter, Reddit, Discord, or via email to podcast@thelovecrafttapes.com, and we'll try to read those and address them on air. So, well, guys, before we begin, we do need to take a quick commercial break. And we're back.
I want one.
Just
I want one.
Just one?
I want one.
I'm going to wait for product reviews because, that's what smart consumers do.
No, I want one. Pre-order. No.
Well, guys, whenever I hear that commercial, I immediately think back to my childhood. Blue skies, cool breezes, dark emerald forests filled with the glittering gems of long-dead gazes, staring back at me. I really miss my set of free Ginsu knives,
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I do.
Rip Ginsu.
You boys,
Yeah, but Freddy is the
behind
devil.
the red curtain. Now, dear investigators, we begin Chapter 8, TRYST. Yes. Previously on the Lovecraft tapes. After their misadventures in the bayou, Dan, Jack, and Roy recuperate back in Arkham for a relatively quiet year. The nightmares fade somewhat, and they settle back into the humdrum of so-called normal life. Before long, they drift further and further apart. One Sunday morning, Jack and Roy suddenly discover Dan has gone off on his own, on a mad quest to somehow communicate with his dead fiancée, Samantha Blaine. A cheeky stranger named Detox offers to help the two FBI agents in their search for Mr. Williams. They follow the clues to a decommissioned government research center on Bloodsworth Island in the Chesapeake Bay. Inside, they discover tar-dripping goo monsters and realize too late they've stumbled into a deadly environment. Unfortunately, Detox is infected with a zombie-like virus and quickly turns against the other two. A bullet to the head ends the perky hacker's life, after which Jack and Roy flee the haunted ruins. Once outside, the two FBI agents meet some new friends. It is currently Monday, October 2nd. The exact time is not important, only that it is early morning and well past your bedtime. And give me a second here, I gotta go turn off the heat.
Good night.
Mom's going to be pissed, guys. She said we had to be in bed before curfew.
Curfew? Curfew!
Oh,
Curf me. I'll curf you in the mouth.
I do what
you
I
cussing
want.
at me?
It's my body. I do what I want. I think your camera's getting worse, Gabe.
Nothing like a live show.
You look like you're on fire. You're
I'm becoming more evil.
You're a red hot Cheeto.
As long as it's not Red Hot Cheetos vodka.
Oh, it is.
Ooh, sounds good.
No.
All right. Here we go. Jack, you're on your knees.
Yeah.
Hands
Sorry.
You're on your knees, hands behind your head, squinting up at an imposing shadowy figure framed against the white-hot glare of a mobile spotlight.
Oh, too soon.
Cold mist drifts down from the darkened skies, settling on the back of your neck like icy dread. As your eyes adjust to the illumination, you can now make out the shapes of at least a dozen other figures, all holding automatic assault rifles trained on you.
Ooh.
Several yards further, you can barely detect the dim outline of two helicopters perched on the cliffside, their rotors turning lazily. From that direction, two figures stride toward you. Roy,
Run.
you're on your knees, hands behind your head, already regretting having thrown away your crowbar. Who are these guys armed to the teeth and aiming for your head? Mercs? Pirates? Then you remember Detox's many warnings about a shadowy governmental agency also tracking Dan's whereabouts. Looks like they finally caught up to you. What now? Quick bullet in the head, or endless torture at some obscure prison camp? Oh look, here comes some tough guy now, a big muscle-bound brute toting a pump shotgun. And by his side, some dorky-looking dweeb with a dumb face. Why is he smiling? Oh, wait. Oh, shit. Oh, no. It's...
Why,
Rocky.
hello there,
Not yet.
little... Oh, I was looking to the...
Rocky. You leap from the helicopter with Declan by your side, who is silent as ever but ready to strike on your command. The two of you trod the rocky, moss-slickened surface of Bloodsworth Island. The company should have leveled this place decades ago when the incident first occurred, but they let bureaucracy get the better of them. Now you have to clean it up. No matter, you're up to the task. But first, time to deal with these interlopers openly. You walk directly up to the two FBI agents. Jack Whiteside meets your gaze with a mixture of wariness and curiosity, but not a whiff of fear. That's good. He'll need courage for what's ahead. Roy's face, however, is contorted with anger and shame. You smile down at him with pity, take a deep breath of the sea air, and say,
Why, hello there, little brother.
God. I just can't get a break.
No, not really. I mean, with your line of work, I really thought you would have stayed out of trouble longer. I mean, I even sent someone with you to keep an eye on you, and even then, you just always find the worst possible ways to get into places that you shouldn't be.
I didn't do anything wrong.
You don't think breaking into a facility that is clearly off limits to everyone is not wrong? Look, you've broken God knows how many laws doing this.
Cite them. Cite all of them.
Gonna reach around and gonna have someone's gonna walk up behind me and hand me a file folder.
Declan hands it over.
Yep.
Jaywalking.
Let's see here. Oh, there was the littering, the jaywalking. The public urination was a surprising one.
Why is that surprising? Because I'm an arroyo doesn't mean that you aren't. You're not even an arroyo.
Unfortunately, yeah, I am. I just, really tried to stay away from the whole
How about you
family
look
legacy.
away and maybe act like one for once in your life?
Well, if I look the other way, you might end up spending the rest of your lives in a federal penitentiary. In this case, you really do want me to stick around.
I think I'll take the penitentiary.
Boss, should we leave him? He nods towards Jack Whiteside. He knows quite a lot.
Well, I was going to lean on detox for a while at least, and now that they're no longer with us, as much as I hate having to say this, I might have to bring my little brother and his playmate into this.
Don't call him that.
I feel happy.
Well, we should take off, sir, as quickly as possible.
Wait, hold on. Wait. I have some things that we need to take with us.
No one's going back inside that facility.
All right, well, then you can just pay me the fair market value of those paper shredders and we can call it a day.
Look, I'm offering you a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity here. Now you can either stand up, walk over to those helicopters and get in with me like a man, or you can, spend the rest of your life in a small hole, God knows where.
Oh.
How small is the hole?
As small as I can possibly make it.
Well, you're not a very big thinker, so I think that it's not going to be that small.
Declan, if you don't mind.
Yes, sir.
And I'm gonna kind of nod towards Roy and get him to pick him up.
Okay. Declan motions for some of the mercs to come around and help the gentlemen to their feet. Both of them.
Well, thank you.
Get your hands off me.
And
My
then
dogs are barking.
Declan leans in towards Rocky and says, "Sir, the charges are good to go."
Excellent. I'm going to walk over to Jack. Mr. Whiteside, I believe it is.
Yeah, who are you?
If I undo the handcuffs that are currently holding your hands together, are you going to do anything stupid, or are you going to walk over to the helicopter and hop on?
We came out of here with free will. We have no idea who you are or why you're here. But if you can get us off this damn island, I'm ready to go.
All right. Declan, if you don't mind, unlocking Mr. Whiteside's handcuffs.
And he does so quickly, quietly.
I love you, Declan.
I leave it to sir.
Now, Roy, am I going to be able to trust you to do the right thing and get in that helicopter? Or are we going to have to repeat what happened on the playground back in 6th grade? Need I remind you what happened? You know, with Mr. Bartho?
I wasn't in 6th grade. You're older than me. It wasn't a fair fight. Look, hey Declan. Hey.
Yes, sir.
Are you aware that his accent's fake?
What? No, that's not possible.
He sounds like me. He's just playing it up so he sounds smarter. He's born and bred, Boston raised. He knows it.
Well, I hate to interject, but I'm doing a not too great of job on my Scottish accent.
And that's why I was going to play the character.
Sounds smart.
We really should go. All the men are ready, and we've got to steer clear before the Coast Guard comes.
You don't mind bringing my little brother to the chopper?
Mr. Arroyo?
Yeah,
After you.
Yeah. And I'll sort of zigzag my way there and make it take longer.
Nice.
Come on, Roy. They got snacks.
And Rocky stays back to escort Jack a little bit. How's that? You guys can talk amongst yourselves.
So, what kind of games you like?
Personally, I'm more of a fan of backgammon.
Oh, I like.
I have been known to play some Chinese checkers.
Hey, this is 2019, pal. Just letting you know
I
if you
didn't
didn't
call
know
them
what year it
Oriental
was.
checkers.
Are you sure about that, Jack?
No,
It's the current year.
it's the current year,
Oh,
buddy.
Come on, man. It's the current year.
Get with the
Okay.
times. Serious.
Look, I'm sorry I had to drop in on you like this, but
So what is going on here? I mean, if you can tell me anything, I would appreciate it. We're just trying to get to the bottom of this and find a friend.
I'm hoping that once we're off this island, I will be putting an end cap on a long-awaited chapter that should have been ended quite some time ago.
A mushroom cap?
No, a nightcap.
Oh, okay. Good. I'm tired.
Look, I can't say a whole lot here. It's not quite safe out in the open. Maybe once we get back to our temporary headquarters or somewhere somewhat related, I might be able to say a little more.
All right.
Until then.
I'll tell you what. You share with me, I'll share with you. I've got some interesting information myself.
Oh, I thought you were going to say you had a sandwich because I have a bag of chips.
Okay, so then about halfway back to the choppers, Declan sort of motions with his finger in the air, and the pilot begins, both pilots actually, and the helicopters begin to start the rotors again. And then Declan sort of moves closer to Roy and says, Mr. Arroyo, and he reaches inside his jacket and pulls out a gun and offers it up to you. And it's your gun from the bay. We sent a few divers down and got it.
I'll take it and I'll put it in my holster.
And he shoots everybody.
It's cleaned and welled. So
That's more like it. Maybe if you maybe people wouldn't hate coming with you people so much if you did more things like that.
understood. Yes, we can be very intimidating. And we have one more surprise for you on the helicopter.
Zip.
Cocaine.
We rescued Detox. Drip.
Coming right for us.
And so Jack and Rocky scurry to the other helicopter, and Declan motions Roy to take his, but you guys can communicate via radio, no problem as you go. So Declan ducks beneath the rotor blades and opens up the bay door to the helicopter and motions Roy to get in. And strapped in a couple of the other jump seats are two of the paper shredders. I figured they were important. They were on the top level there, and we just wanted to make sure that they must be worth something. They look quite nice.
Yeah. I look over at Roy, and I go, 50-50.
From the other helicopter, he says that.
75-25.
All right, I'll take 75.
No, you doubted me. And now when I'm rich, living it up in the Bahamas,
I'll come visit you.
you can maybe see some pictures.
I'll tell you what, Roy. You take them both, man, for those kids of yours.
That's a good deal. I mean, they'll see some of the money, I guess. That's a good deal.
All right.
I'm going to have to put like a radio helicopter noise over all this.
Yeah.
That's a good deal.
Get your goddamn thing you're saying.
You gotta shut up. We're trying to fly.
And so both helicopters take to the air, and there are about a dozen other mercenaries or armed guards coming along with you guys, about 6 per helicopter. And so we have Roy and Roy and Declan in one, and Rocky and Jack in the other helicopter. And screw it. Let's just say you're all in the same one. That make it a little easier. No big deal. So all four,
jump out.
All four of you get in the same helicopter and strap in next to the paper shredders, and the helicopters take off, and you're about maybe a quarter mile out across the ocean when Declan nods towards Rocky.
All right. Pilot status report. Are we all on board and are we clear?
Yes, sir. We're well on our way. All clear.
All right, then. Gonna reach into a pocket on the side of the seat and pull out a small silver box that has a keyhole, and below that is like a little smoke glass cover. Going to pull out a key, twist it. The cover's going to flip open, and there's going to be a red button. Go, good riddance. And all I can say is I'm glad this is over with. Fire in the hole, and I'm going to push the button.
And as he does so, Jack and Roy, you can see clearly out the window a series of explosions detonate around Winoka Point Research Center.
Whoa.
And the second, third, and ground floors all crumble inward and essentially seal up the site permanently.
Damn.
And you can also see, as you flee the other direction, as the helicopters steer into open water with their lights off, you can see lights of approaching Coast Guard from the mainland, from Deal Island, heading that way to investigate. And now you guys are in the helicopter heading back to...
Nicaragua?
We're going back to Louisiana.
I'm going back to Cali?
Well, you could also be in the character and ask Rocky where you're going. That's one way to do it.
I'm not that interested. Rocky. I see you. I see you got a lot of hired guns on this. Still don't want to fight your own fights, huh?
Let's just say when it came to brawn, I'm at the shallow end of the gene pool.
Oh, I'm
But
well
when it
aware.
comes to brains, it seems that I got the lion's share.
Yeah, it seems to me like brains have never done anything good for anyone.
Hey, got no need for those need things.
Yes, except getting you out of spending a lifetime in a prison cell.
I've met many people with brains, and all of them died. Meanwhile, I'm still here.
Well, you only have 20 luck left, and eventually that shit's gonna run out.
It's 25, idiot.
25. I'm sorry.
So where are you taking us? You gonna tell Mom what I did, or what?
Not yet. My late associate had a few things back at their place that I need to retrieve before we also dispose of that site as well. Just tying up loose ends and whatnot.
I can't believe Detox betrayed me.
Sounded like he was keeping an eye on us.
But he didn't tell me that he was working for him.
Did you really think they would tell you? Look, there's a reason why I had to go a very obtuse direction to get in with you.
That's what makes it a betrayal. God, you say you have the brains.
Well, I mean, it worked, didn't it?
Not really. Detox is dead.
Yes, but I got someone to stick around with your little group, and you didn't know anything about it until I told you.
Well, it seems to me like the moral of this story is that if you betray me, you die. So keep that in mind.
Well, Roy, this might not be the time to make threats.
It's
We're
not a threat.
pretty high up in the air right now.
I don't care. Throw me out. I've survived worse.
And then Declan nods towards Jack Whiteside and says, "Brothers will be brothers."
You're my brother? Declan, come here.
Wink. So the helicopters basically wing back towards Arkham in that general direction. Not going to take very long for that flight, just a couple hours actually. And so you, Jack and Roy, are staring out the window in sullen silence, and you can see the approaching landscape, and it feels kind of good to be heading back towards home, particularly after everything you've been through. You are starting to feel like the adrenaline is all just sort of worn down now, and you're just feeling kind of shaky, and you've got those plaguing shadows nagging at the back of your mind. You do see, particularly you, Jack, just that horrific vision of Detox's face erupting in black blood vessels spewed all through the complex. And you wonder what might be ahead for you. Probably many sleepless nights would be my guess.
Yeah, does anybody want to see what I see in my sleep? It is not fun.
It's not. Oh, it's not fun. No, I could.
Not quite yet,
There,
but I
I'm
have to voice down
pulled
and
it up for
research and
the,
development, working on a little something.
That's what Jack sees in his dreams. Oh, it's beautiful. And Roy,
It's true.
you're in the same. You're in the same boat, Roy. You're quite sure that you're going to be thinking quite a lot, particularly about Bugsy. For some reason, just losing Detox made you think about Bugsy quite a lot.
Yeah, who could guess that my best friend in the world dying would have some effect on me?
Exactly. And as you see Arkham approaching, the helicopters veer towards the shoreline, towards the warehouse district. And without any direction from anybody else, they land atop a abandoned warehouse that looks very familiar. It looks exactly like Detox's hideout. Which
It'd be really weird to land a helicopter on top of a double wide trailer, though.
a nearby warehouse. Let's put it that way.
Yeah.
Just a bunch of tinfoil now.
Perfect landing.
Well, that's my antenna, you son of a bitch.
Tinfoil landing.
That scratches the buff right out.
And Declan's the first one out the bay doors and helps you down.
Oh, thank you, my lady.
No problem, sir.
What
Thanks,
are we
bud.
what are we doing here?
Declan, you're with me. The rest of the guys, you just hang here. This shouldn't take long. I just
By
need
the
you to-
helicopter?
Shut up. And start walking down towards the ladder that's going to lead off the helipad down to the ground below.
All right.
I just need to retrieve a few things from my associate before we tie off this loose end.
Hey, do me a favor.
Depends.
Check the underwear drawer, will you?
I'm not digging through someone's underwear drawer.
They're dead.
If that's your fetish, I'm not going to shame it, but I'm not going anywhere near that shit. I'm going to climb down the ladder and then walk towards the clinic.
All right. And Declan motions for Jack and Roy to follow Rocky, and he'll take up the rear.
Gross.
You would like that, Jack, wouldn't you?
Roy, what do you think they're looking for here? Roy and I are in the middle, correct?
That's
Yeah.
correct.
It's a Roy Jack sandwich.
Roy in the middle.
Probably looking for mom's or for dad's approval or something stupid like that.
Roy, focus. We were involved in some stuff they don't know about.
Whatever.
Detox didn't get out with that information. We hold the cards.
So you're saying that
Let's play cards.
we dump them here and take the helicopter.
Yeah, you know how to fly?
I could figure it out.
All right, me too. Let's go.
Declan looks down at you from the top of the ladder.
I wink.
He winks back and then motions for you to hurry the fuck up.
Roy, we got to hurry up.
Slide down the ladder like you do in video games.
I'll just jump.
He knocks
Just
you guys
jump
off.
off the
We're
ladder.
not in a video game? Wait a minute.
It's okay, there's no fall damage.
And Rocky enters the clinic ahead of you guys.
Is that a euphemism?
Nope.
No. Can it be?
That's Detox's hideout.
I'm assuming Roy's in front of me.
Yep, you and Roy are together. Declan's holding up the rear.
Roy, let's just observe, see what we can see.
I'm pretty good at staying
Dude,
out of the middle
why
of
did you
things.
drop that in front of me? Come on, I got to walk through it.
Crop
Jeez.
dusting.
You know me. I'm pretty good at ignoring things and staying out of it and just observing. So let's
Yeah.
do it.
All right, let's do it. We're going to do it. We're going to observe.
I'll give a listen roll.
What?
Oh, boom. 28. Neither 28 got a 2. We extremely observed.
Nice.
Nice. Yep, you can clearly hear Rocky preparing some materials within the clinic while you stand outside and doing it.
Finally. I'm going to wait till they're distracted and slip up to the helicopter
Back up the ladder.
and push the shredders off the side of the building for later. Nobody.
I'm
will
gonna-
know.
Declan stands
Enter-
your way and. No, you go ahead. Go ahead.
I'm going to enter the trailer and start going to the fridge.
Nice. And you can see that Rocky is laid out some maps on the table and is sort of poring over them with a little device, electronic device that appears to have some coordinates on it.
Is that the electronic?
And
device?
the fridge is full of Diet Coke.
I knew
What a
it.
douchebag.
Coke
Aspartame.
Zero. Coke Zero.
Aspartame hoarder.
No vanilla Coke?
Diet Coke and half-empty bottle of mustard that may or may not be expired.
Is it at least like Diet Coke Lime?
It
No,
is.
It's just straight up Diet Coke.
There's one right in the back. There's just one lime in the back.
All right, I'll
Diet-
take it. That's
Diet
what I
Coke
get for that
lemon.
extremely good roll. I'll take the Diet Coke Lime. And I'll open it and start
flat.
drinking. Then I'll walk up
It's
to
flat.
Rocky.
All right. And why don't you go ahead and give me a spot hidden, right?
Ooh.
Right then. Oh, of course I'd fail that. I need a 70. I got an 81. It's a fail.
It looks like he's looking at a map of the world. I don't know. Maybe he failed a geography lesson or something. I don't know.
So
The
what's
whole
those
world?
documents you got there on the table?
See, that proves that it's flat. The whole world can fit on a flat piece of paper, dummies.
It's the conspiracy.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
I don't know if you've noticed or not, but this is a map of the world, Roy.
Didn't even need to roll. I
Look, I know geography was never your strong suit in school.
Yeah,
Hell,
well, I
school
know
wasn't
that
your strong suit in school, was it?
being a good brother wasn't your strong suit. Boom.
Boom, drop the dynamite. Oh, wait. It already went off.
Is Declan in the trailer with us yet?
Yes, he just came in and shut the door. And he's sort of staying guard by the door.
So I'm still outside?
No, you're in.
No, I didn't go in.
Oh, yeah.
Without looking up from the map, I'm going to go, Declan, drive. And he's going to go into his vest, open up a pocket, and throw a flash drive at me. I'm just going to kind of grab it.
And can I maneuver and try and catch it?
Sure, go ahead.
What would I roll there?
How about a dex roll?
Okay. Oh, okay. I need a 50. I got a 73. Get these bad rolls out now.
Declan somehow curves the flash drive and it just goes.
Through a curveball.
Yes.
All right. I'm going to walk over to the main PC and plug the drive in and sit down at the computer and start typing away.
Okay. And yes, you do.
Let's see. I believe
Type.
they said that she was keeping the files somewhere around here.
Listen, Roy. He's talking every single step he does.
Now I'm moving the mouse a little to the left, double-clicking on this folder, taking this window and moving it slightly to the right so I can see better. What's this? A folder labeled not porn. Click. No, really, it's homework. Click.
Oh. Why is it Betty Boop?
Download that for later. Here are Dan's files. I'm going to start transferring over all the information that Detox had collected on Dan and his plan and his whereabouts over to the flash drive I plugged in.
Okay, great. You've got everything that was collected. In addition to some photos that are very blurry that you think were probably intercepted from Detox's phone at some point shortly before they died.
Ooh.
But you can't quite make them out.
Clever girl.
Clarice.
All right.
Are we done yet?
Oh, quite. Declan, I believe you know what to do with what remains of the computer.
Absolutely, so I'll take care of it.
And I'm going to go back over to the map and see if I can't finish mapping out the coordinates I was looking at.
Yep, you've got it. Basically, the first starting point is Bloodsworth Island and Winoka Research Center. And the other coordinates, you're not quite sure. They're all sort of jumbled. You might need some other clue from somebody else with coordinates.
We gotta ask.
While you were in that facility, you didn't happen to find any kind of, I don't know, coordinates anywhere, did you?
I don't know. What's it worth to you?
I can get you another case of Diet Coke Lime.
No.
Roy,
Gotta be
wait. 2 cases.
No. It's gotta be the good stuff. I won't do it for less than 2 cases of vanilla Coke.
New Coke. Oh,
Declan, can you go out and have someone bring 2 cases of vanilla Coke?
Yes, sir. We have it on board.
All right, now I just need to legitimately find it, and then I'll be able to give it to you. I found it. Okay. All right, pay attention. And do I have to actually read them off, or can I
Nope.
just say?
No, you can just hand him.
And then I'll give him the coordinates.
So, in the scrap that was retrieved from Dan's pack, that is in Jack's front pocket.
why you grab my boob?
Because I'm the negotiator around here.
The negotiator. Yeah, so there's a scrap with a bunch of coordinates on it. And the first one is quite clearly, you can tell, Rocky, is Bloodsworth Island.
All right. That's where we started. Where is he going next? I'm going to...
Who are you talking about?
I think that these coordinates your friend Daniel Williams left behind may be indicators as to where he's looking for something.
What do you think he's looking for? We can't figure it out either.
As far as I can tell, he seems very intent on bringing back his fiancée.
Samantha, yes, we know that.
Yes. Unfortunately for him, some darker forces may have tipped him off to something that isn't quite what he expects it to be. He's out there chasing what he thinks is a solution to his problem, and that solution may potentially result in, how do I say, the end of everything.
You say at the end of everything. Are you referring to the elixir of life?
That's part of the equation, yes.
All right, it seems like information is flowing pretty freely here. We found a rat that was clearly 20 plus years old.
It could
Alive
drive
and well.
everything.
Yeah, he made it.
Of course.
Taco Bell runs, whatever. Get your Slurpees.
I thought... It's honestly quite surprising. From what I read, all the initial tests ended up killing everything.
Well, that's not the only thing we found. Roy, why don't you tell him?
Paper shredders.
Oh, you're
Found my
referring...
ticket out of this dump.
No. I believe you're possibly referring to the death of my associate Detox. Yes, I quite already know about that.
Yeah, it was pretty funny.
That's why I showed up on the island in the first place. Once the life tracker went dead, it only took a few moments of deduction to kind of figure out what might have happened.
What do you think happened?
What remains of the elixir of life, or what came out of it?
Poopy?
Yes, Poopy. Shapoopy, the girl that's hard to get.
Spoopy.
So do you know what's in this elixir of life, this formula?
If the original files were accurate, yes, but I don't think that has anything that we really need to worry about at this point. It's clear that he might have been there at some point. He's not there anymore, and I think it's probably best that we figure out where his next target is before he gets there.
I agree, we
Ooh.
gotta find him. But
And
what if he got his hands on some?
I would be very impressed considering how thorough our extermination processes were the first time through that place.
Well, not good enough. You left a rat and some deranged guy leaking ooze that inevitably killed Detox.
Oh, yes, Scott. Guy was an asshole anyway, don't worry about him. There's a reason why we all voted to leave him on the island. It was like a reverse Survivor. You've been voted off the island. Hooray! Let's see. If my geography skills are not as rusty as I hope they are, it looks like your friend Daniel Williams is heading off to the Ascension and Tristan da Cunha? It's a small island. It's a small island off in the South Atlantic Ocean. Maybe about halfway between South America and Africa.
So pretty easy to find.
Well, it won't be difficult to get a charter flight out there anyway. The question is, why is he interested in a small island in the middle of nowhere?
Because unlike you, he's thorough.
Sir?
Yes.
Mr. Royal? The other one? The good one?
Yes, what do you need?
I'm going to need you
Yes, sir.
to prep the jets. I'm going to hand him I'm going to pull a piece of paper. I'm going to tear the corner of the map, write down the name of the island that we need to go to.
Mm-hmm.
Make sure you set up travel for 3 to the island.
Yes, sir. No problem. We can have that ready within a day.
Excellent.
It
Well-
should take. We could probably scramble to Rio. Take about 5 hours to get there, and then another
Alright.
2 to get to the island. But unfortunately, there's no airstrip there. You'll have to parachute.
What about a water plane?
No, I'm sorry, we can't get it from Rio.
What
Not
about
in
a
time.
boat?
The boat will take too
come on.
long.
What
Don't
about
tell
a
me you're
bicycle?
afraid of a little bit of adventure.
Are you scared of heights, Mr. Whiteside?
No, I'm scared of hitting the ground.
Well, there's a big ocean too. Freedom!
Splat.
And he ducks out of the clinic and leaves you guys in there, and he's talking on the walkie already.
Well, anything either of you want from here before we're done?
I think I'm good. I could use a good night's sleep.
The fridge sucked, so I'm fine.
If you want, I can have us flown back to Blaine Manor. We can spend the night there. And then in the morning, I can have some cars come and take you back to your residences so you may pack a few things. Or if you want, I can just have you sent back to your places tonight. It's up to you.
Yeah, I wouldn't mind going back to my place, to be honest with you.
All right. I will have a car waiting for you once we arrive at the manor.
So let me get this straight.
Yes.
You're not pressing any charges.
No.
You're taking us to our homes.
Yes.
What's keeping us from just leaving and not cooperating with you?
Let's just say I have ways and means that are much less pleasant of getting what I want. I'm just going to go ahead and trust that you two are smart enough to stay off of my bad side.
I don't know why you'd assume that of me.
I'm just stating a hypothetical here. I need to find Danny. I need to find what's going on.
And if you stick with me and do what I tell you to, then you will inevitably do so.
I'll do what's right. If you tell me to do something and I feel it's right, I'll do it.
I want you to jump up and down on one foot while patting your head and rubbing your belly.
You didn't say Simon Says.
Oh.
All right, I think we're good, unless you guys want to do anything else at the clinic to wrap up.
No, I just want to go to bed.
I'm going to give him an Indian burn.
And Declan comes in and shoots you. No. Yep. So you guys take off back.
Actually, as we're heading out of the trailer, I'm going to reach back into my pocket, pull out a small device. I'm going to pull a pin out of it and kind of casually loft it back into the trailer as we all walk away. And about 5 seconds later, there's a sizable boom, and the entire trailer is now entirely engulfed in flames.
Nice.
Boom goes the
Right.
dynamite.
and you pile back into the helicopters and wing your way to Blaine Manor, and of course you can see the approaching fire trucks.
Meanwhile, at Blaine Manor.
Meanwhile, and so yeah, basically Rocky has already phoned ahead and or actually Declan did on his behalf, and there are 2 SUVs waiting to take you guys back home.
Nice.
While these guys can basically land anywhere they want to in Blaine Manor.
Yeah,
in the
big
sizable
enough.
estate. And so each of you will have a bit of time to prep for the scenario ahead.
Mm-hmm.
And you'll each be assigned an SUV, which will remain with you. There are 2 armed guards in each SUV.
So
that
there's
will
only
be
one arm
keeping
between
tabs.
2?
Well, they have to sleep. So, and you guys basically have, I think we said, what did we say, a day they get to prep?
Yep.
Yeah, 23 days.
Yeah, essentially right now it's probably like, let's say a little after dawn. And
Okay.
So by the time you guys get home, it'll be probably about 11 in the morning. So I would assume that Rocky would want everybody to the airstrip. Maybe they can probably get that ready after midnight. So maybe not.
They're
quite
all
a day.
gonna let it all hang out.
Yeah, maybe just like 12 hours, if that works. You get like a little bit of a nap in and do whatever. Sound good?
Yeah.
Okay, so let's go ahead and do that. Jack, why don't you tell us what you do when the 2 armed guards drop you off on the SUV at your condo and
All right.
and basically park outside and wait for you.
Mm-hmm. I'm gonna approach the door, and I'm gonna check my security that I put up. Little pieces of tape, see if the seam's been broken on the front door at all.
Why don't you go ahead and give me a luck roll?
No thanks. Nope. Daddy needs a new pair of fails. Oh, I'm gonna spend the luck to get. No. I needed an 18. I rolled a 26.
So if I remember correctly, you put a little piece of tape.
Yeah.
And was it string too?
It was a while ago. Yeah.
Well, it'd be due to the age and maybe weather.
There's now a bird nest with string and tape next to my door.
Exactly. But it looks like it's peeled away out of its own accord.
Okay, good.
As near as you can tell.
And I'd be able to tell because I'm a detective.
Or it was made to appear as such.
Okay, good. Good. I just don't want any more snakes.
Yeah, there's a fingerprint of a snake on it on the tape. So
Just some skin, snake skin.
yeah.
All right. I'm going to enter in then. Pick up all my mail, throw it on the counter.
All right.
Just do a quick look around, smell the stale air.
Yeah, pretty stale, pretty lonely.
Gonna crack a window in the living room since I've got surveillance on me.
Mm-hmm.
Sneak out and go to McDonald's. No. Go take a hot shower, and then I'm just gonna crash into bed. It's about what, 7 or 8 in the morning, maybe?
No, I said they were
Dawn?
going to drop you off at around 11.
Oh, okay, cool.
Right.
Cool.
So is there anything you want to do once you wake up to prep? Is there any equipment you might need? Anything you need to...
I don't think I lost anything this time around. I should still have everything. I'm going to clean my 9mm and grab an extra clip. So now I'll have three clips.
Okay.
Did I use anything else? I don't think I did. Surgical gloves and all that are still good. So,
And if there's anything else you can think of that you might want or need,
yeah, I'm trying to think.
then the guys can shuttle you wherever you need to go before en route to the airport.
Got it.
If it's just, if it's small stuff that you can get at any hardware shop or whatever, pharmacy, whatever, then just go ahead and jot it down.
All right,
but if it's something that might require a bit more prep, then we might need to do some luck rolls or
Got it.
payment, whatever.
Okay. Yeah, I think I'm good, actually. I think I'm in a good spot.
Well, obviously, during your nap, you do have some nightmares
Some
of
day terrors.
of emaciated corpses stalking you through dark tunnels.
Horrible,
And
horrible plastic
as
surgery.
soon as they touch you, they a black ooze spreads from their fingertips along your arm, and just as it's reaching your open, screaming mouth, is when you wake up.
Finally, I got some sleep. Well, up to take a shower.
Make it easier, I come.
Woo!
All right, Roy. You arrive to the house, and all the kids are outside playing.
As I'm getting out of the car. All right, Bart, thanks for the ride. If you guys want to get a drink, I'm sure I'm free later.
They nod to you silently through their, looking at you through their black mirror shades, not saying anything. And as soon as you close the door and get out, they go about 10 feet and park.
Those guys.
Start making out.
They're quite a riot.
They're quiet, riot?
Yeah. They
Yeah.
feel the noise.
Come on. And Raymond sees you. Dad, what are you? Oh my God, thank God you're home. These guys are driving me crazy.
Where's your mom?
She's inside with Lily.
Who the hell's Lily?
Oh God, I wasn't supposed to say anything. Oh, she'll tell you.
Sounds to me like your mom's not doing a good job parenting if they're driving you crazy.
Oh well, these kids. Look at them.
I think you worry too much.
That's true. I think I got a knot in my gut, pooping blood, peeing blood, bleeding.
See, that's not what us Arroyos are about. You gotta make it the easy life, Ray.
I know, but I'm just not old enough to drink heavily yet.
You are. You're just not old enough to buy it.
I hope I can get there one day. God.
Everybody ages.
Robin, what are you doing? Put that comic book down.
Damn it! I've never actually. Now that I think about it, I've never actually done Robin before. So I
Wow,
have
her
to,
voice is good.
Create a new character right
I
now.
never said Robin was a girl, so
True. Either's detox.
See, that's what I'm talking about. You don't have to parent. You just have to yell. That's how we do it around here.
Hey, Ray up. There's a black truck. Let's go check it out.
Hey, be nice to my friends. They're more important to me than anyone you could ever know.
Hey, Dad. Can I have a hug?
No, later, maybe. I don't know.
Ray, get his wallet.
All right.
down the hall
go.
you see a trail of smoke, and all of a sudden the door flies open. He's coming through, guys! Coming through! Don't bump me. This might explode. And you just see a rocket just around the corner and out the back door as fast as he can.
See, that kid is going places. He knows. Look at him go. He's going places right now.
And then from the backyard you hear whoopsies, and then you hear a
Oh, I'm gonna kill him. I can't. That kid. What have I always said about that kid? He doesn't know what he's doing, and he's a moron that's not gonna get anywhere in life. All right. Everybody needs to calm down. I gotta go talk to your mother. And I'll push past him and go to the kitchen.
Ray, you tap on the back of the truck. It'll distract him, and I'll get the radios.
All right, so Roy goes inside, and the first thing you hear is Sports Center. And the first thing you smell is Greta's famous meatloaf.
Uh-oh.
You've done it again. You knew I was coming home, even though I didn't tell you.
Oh, Roy, God, it's good to see you. I made your favorite.
Yeah, that's right.
It's got
I do
all
like
the
a meatloaf.
meats.
All right, so what's going on here?
Well, there's somebody I'd like you to meet. She's right in here, and she leads you towards the living room where Sports Center is playing, and there appears to be someone. Brian, is that you breathing heavily? It appears to be someone in your easy chair.
Yeah, who's this?
Lily, come and meet your father.
Oh,
And this little girl looks like she's about 6 years old, dark black straight hair, peeks around. She's very pale complected, and she's eating a pudding cup, and she has chocolate all around her mouth. And she says, "Hi, Daddy."
What the hell is this? You got pregnant while I was gone?
No. I was lonely, and we only have so many kids, and I thought, why not adopt one? And her family died, and I thought it would be nice, and so I adopted her. Her name's Lily D.
Why
Arroyo.
would you name it Lily? That's
That
a
was her
dumb name.
That was her name. I couldn't change it.
Change it.
She's 6.
It's ours now.
That's all she knows.
Yeah, we're changing your name right now. Oh, and we got to think. There's a lot of R. Something that's a good letter. Someone with R. I don't know. You put me on a spot here.
Dad, what
What?
about Roseanne?
I knew. We'll go with Rose
Ooh,
because it reminds me of someone. Someone very important.
Well, that's good, hun, because Lily's a flower and Rose is a flower. That makes sense.
Yeah.
What do you think, Lily? Rose, is that good? I like pudding.
Oh boy, we got a monster here.
Daddy?
See, you're gonna fit in, huh?
Well, I've been thinking, Roy, and you're gone all the time, and I really think that if you get to know her, that you really love her.
Did the DeLucas adopt a kid? Is that what happened here?
Well, maybe. It's not really keeping up with the Joneses. It's the DeLucas.
I swear to God, if you adopted a kid just because the DeLucas adopted a kid.
No, but she's very lovely. She's just a nice little girl. And, I was thinking maybe on your next trip you could just take her with you.
I've never taken any of the other kids with me.
I know, but, we need some bonding here. And I think, she likes Sports Center. How bad could she be?
Pretty bad. A lot of people like Sports Center. And most people suck. You gotta... I can't be showing favoritism around here. I gotta be a parent. I gotta treat them all equally.
Well, you just talk to her, and I'm gonna go set the table. I'll be right back.
Okay. Hi, Rose.
My name's Lily.
No, it's not. You're
It's
an Arroyo now, I
not.
guess.
And then she takes a big spoonful of pudding out of her pudding cup, and just for a moment, it looks like there's an eyeball in it. And then she pops it in her mouth and chews and swallows, looking at you the entire time, not breaking eye contact. And she says, "I see you,
Okay.
hey, Dad.
Daddy."
Hey, Dad. I'm tugging
What?
on his pant like, she really creeps us out.
I heard that.
No, I said you're awesome and stuff. I run as fast as I can.
Okay, and I'm gonna sit in my chair.
And she sits in your lap, cuddling.
What's your favorite part about Sports Center?
The Celtics.
Okay, that's the correct answer. So maybe you can fit in here. I wouldn't count on it, but that's the start.
And then Greta comes back and just looks at you, the both of you, lovingly, and says, "Okay, dinner's ready." And then she goes to the front door and screams out to the kids, "Dinner's ready!"
So I'll
Did
go.
you get the radio?
I'm not gonna be here for that because I have to go practice with the band. So you losers are on your own.
And I'm gonna get up and bust out the door towards Rhonda. What do you mean you're not gonna be here?
Look, I have to practice because my band is going places. Bingo Jones and the Crouton Bomb is going places, okay? You just don't understand.
What do you play? What instrument could a moron like you possibly manage?
She plays the skin flute.
Good one. High five.
I play the accordion because it helps express my inner, my inner just demons and darkness, and it really helps bring that emotion we need to our music.
All right, I will admit that that's a good answer, but like what's name me a title of one of your songs. You need to convince me because I'm never here, and now you're trying to ditch me for some morons.
Our hit opening single is called Cheese Panic, but we spelled cheese with the Z instead of an S because
you're
it's
not.
different.
Nope. You're staying.
And then Ricky, Robbie, Rhodey, and Raleigh, who have been standing nearby, just roll their eyes.
Yeah, I heard that. I heard you say that.
Towards the pudding.
Get in the house. Oh, I forgot you can't hear me, and I'll sign language. Get in the house.
They roll their eyes again and go back into the house.
All right, Rhonda. Here's the deal. Your band is dumb because you're dumb because you didn't have a strong leader. But now that I'm here and I'm ready to raise you like a good parent, I mean, I got to leave tomorrow. But now that I'm here,
I heard that.
Greta, you're adopted people without telling me. So we're not exactly working out right now. So you got to get inside because your mom has worked a little bit to provide the dinner right now.
But I totally just finished writing our next hit single, Face Fight, and it was going to be awesome.
Your band can fail when I'm gone. I don't care.
Face fight.
Get him, Dad. Get her.
Fine, but you're totally going to have to pay for the space that we rented.
That's not happening. You can get a job just like every Arroyo. We all get jobs. It's what we do.
Yeah, and I started a band.
That's not a job. Jobs pay money.
Hey, we played in the park yesterday, and some dude gave us like $5 to stop. So I'd say we're coming out ahead.
You reinvest that $5. Go down to Atlantic City, win big, and then reinvest it into the space. Oh, wait, you can't do that because you're young and I'm still the boss of you, idiot. Let's go. Inside. It's time for dinner. I'm hungry. I haven't eaten in like 20 minutes.
Fine.
Just a Diet Lime Coke.
A flat Diet Lime
And
Coke.
it's not
at
sitting
that.
good.
You
All
have
right.
no idea how hard it is to have Diet Lime Coke when Lime Coke exists in this world.
Exactly. All right, so we'll cut the scene there, and the Arroyos go into the house and have some delicious meatloaf with all the meats. And the entire time, Lily just sort of stares at Roy eating yet another pudding cup.
What's the deal, Rose?
And she just smiles, and it looks like you can see the label on the pudding cup that says blood pudding, except it's upside down. And then you blink and it just says chocolate pudding. And she has chocolate pudding in her smile.
Hey, Greta,
Yeah?
you gonna do something about this mongrel?
Oh, wait, she's still learning. She has to
Stop
adjust.
giving her pudding.
She's only been here like 2 days.
Stop giving her pudding.
She really likes it.
Yeah, guess what? I really like peace and quiet. We don't always get what we want.
All right, I'll see what I can do for poor Rose. And so we'll cut the scene there. And Roy, is there anything you need to do to prep? Any equipment you need before you have to take off?
I should probably explain to everyone what's going on.
Sure.
And then, other than that, I don't think so. I mean, probably just some like general like first aid kit stuff like that for preparation purposes.
All right. Then I think we need to move on to the development phase.
Woo!
So we're going to do that real quick. And
Can I quickly explain to the family
Sure.
what the deal with their Uncle Rocky is?
Absolutely.
Because in my idea, they've never been exposed to him.
Roy, you seem awfully tense tonight. What happened?
All right, so you know how I always told you I have 11 brothers?
Yes, I read the stories.
That's not exactly true. I have 12. I got 3 sisters too, but that's not
You've
important.
got another brother?
Yeah, and I know you're all such big fans of your uncles and aunts. So I didn't ever want to expose you all to
Well,
Rocky.
what can we see him? Rigby, do you know about this?
I guess if you want to call him, I'm not going to give you his phone number, but if you want to call him and have him come meet you, I'm not going to stop you. I'm just not going to give you his phone number, so you have to figure that out. But he's just kind of
Rab. I do this to Rab, and then I nod for him to go steal Dad's phone.
But he's Rocky. He's the second youngest. He's just older than me, but younger than your Uncle Red. And I don't know. He's just not much of an arroyo.
He doesn't like meatloaf?
It's not that. There's a lot of things different about him. I mean, he likes the frickin' he frickin' prefers Anne Murray to the Carpenters. I don't know.
Ooh, that does sound weird.
You said never to say that, Dad.
That's what I'm breaking my own rules just to explain it. That's he always felt like he was smarter than everyone, and none of us could stand him. And I know Mom felt bad for him, but Dad hated him more than any of us, and so we just kind of kept him away. None of us really contacted him. So you got an Uncle Rocky. He came. We were looking for Dan, like you probably thought. We were out looking for Dan, and some things went down. And
You
Rocky
weren't with
found
your
him.
other family?
No, I mean I should think about that. That's a good idea. But Rocky found me. I didn't go out looking for him. I didn't ever think I was gonna see him again. He was kind of excommunicated from the family, but here he is. So that's me coming clean. I will never do it again.
You'll never come clean again?
Yep. I've had
Is
enough.
that why
truth.
you smell so bad? You need to shower.
We don't shower. It's hunting season.
That is so gross.
Rhonda, shut up. No, if I did I tell you? Oh, sorry. Great accordion player, big future over here. I shouldn't be saying this, so I get some loans down the pike.
Excuse me, it's the electric accordion, and it is way cool.
Oh, come back to me when you learn to play the theremin. That's a real instrument. But yeah,
I can make noises.
No
But
one
you
wants
have
to
your-
hear you fart the alphabet again, okay?
Shut up and talk.
yeah. But yeah, you have an uncle. I have to go with him. I'm not happy about it. And hopefully you'll never be forced to meet him. And also your mom keeps doing stupid things like adopting pudding kids.
And then Lily gives a humongous burp at the other end of the table.
Greta, while I'm gone, you better have that thing fight the frickin' DeLuca's adopted child, and if it does not win, get rid of it.
Oh, all right, Roy. Anything you say. You sure she can't go with you? She might like to
Okay.
meet her uncle.
What do you mean? Why are you giving this kid such special privileges?
Well, I'm just trying to make her feel welcome.
Dad,
None of
she's
these
not
kids have
telling
ever
you
met
everything. Dad,
What?
she's scared too.
She's scared too?
No, I'm
scared
not. That's
Lily
silly.
Rose.
I love her with all my heart. That's why I adopted her.
What's the return policy on these things? Everything
I
seems to be
checked.
scared.
I
of it.
checked. They wouldn't do it.
Okay. I have not done much for this family. I'll admit that. Partly because Raymond's such a good kid that all you monsters have been kept in line by him.
That's right.
But if you really are scared of this thing, I guess I can take it off your hands.
Oh, good. The bags are already packed.
All right. I'm getting picked up soon. Hopefully Rocky doesn't come to this house. But I gotta be going. Thanks for the meatloaf.
All
Stay
right.
good, kids.
Take care of yourself, honey. You too, Lily. Rose. All right. So we'll go ahead and cut the scene there. And so we need to go into development, guys.
Yay!
Let's rock and roll. So
Development, guys!
pull up your development cheat sheets.
Gross.
And then we'll start with Jackie.
Hold on, I
Jackie
gotta
boy.
find the development sheet.
Yeah,
Development
cheat
phase.
To
Robinson.
the cheat
Ugh.
sheets. All right, so get ready to roll, Brian.
Yeah,
And we're going to do firearms first.
D100.
Need a 59 or below.
Roll.
Yeah, you failed. No.
No, that's a win.
You got to roll the thing, B. Go
I'm sorry. My bad.
This is your first rodeo.
Kinda.
Your firearm rodeo.
What's a rodeo?
All right, so you failed that with a 71. So
uncheck that, please.
You got it.
First aid.
Mm-hmm.
I thought it was you had to be over the target to...
Oh, I think it is over.
Yeah, it says over, not equal.
Is that right? Over or not equal, increase the skill by 1d10.
Yeah, so if you fail, you succeed.
Oh, yeah, so you're good.
So I need to roll a 1d100.
1d10.
Come on.
1d100.
5.
So go ahead and
nice.
increase that by
So
5.
So firearms goes up to 64.
It's going up.
Yay, 64.
Okay, so now first aid.
Mm-hmm.
I need to have over a 30.
Got it.
I did not get it. I rolled a 24, which is confusing because it says success.
I know.
Unchecking that.
So you
All right.
failed.
Going over to listen. I need under a 55.
Over.
Over a 55, and I got it with a 56.
Roll d10.
A 10.
Nice.
I got a 10 for my listen to edition, so I'm up to
That's awesome.
65.
That was for you. That was for
Thanks.
your roll.
Thank you.
If there's one thing people love in audio podcasts, it's excessive amounts of whistling.
And for people to randomly say, okay, Google.
Okay, Google.
All right.
And
moving
hit
along.
spot hidden. Need above a 70. I got an 86. Wow, I am rocking it tonight.
You know what
And
people love
plus
more than
7.
Okay, Google? Hey, Siri.
That doesn't affect me.
Alexa.
Hey, Cortana. Oh.
Yeah. Oh. Come on now.
Well,
And now my last roll will be for track.
Yep.
and field or just the track?
Yeah.
I needed a 50. I got
No
a 66, so that's a positive. I am rolling my 1d10,
Lovely.
and I got an 8.
Very cool.
I'm doing much better on these rolls.
Much
here.
better. All
I'm
right.
up to a 58.
So we're going to allow the self-help thing. Make sense. Did we do any key connection for you, Jack?
Let me
Key
look at my key
connections, fear of
connections.
open spaces.
Yeah, because I went straight across that rickety floor. Don't you think?
On
the second floor down, it was wide open and it was all.
yeah.
Or did I hug the wall? I think I hugged the wall.
I'm pretty sure you hugged the wall.
Yeah, I hugged the wall. Never mind. Never mind.
Actually,
I take that back.
But you have fear of open spaces is more like fields and outdoorsy type stuff. But
I was on the boat.
You were on.
Oh
the
yeah,
boat,
he was on the boat.
Yeah.
and so and you did have to take a lookout and stuff like that. So I'm going to go ahead and allow it, and then go ahead and make a sanity roll. And you want to do equal or under?
Equal or under with my sanity.
Yep.
Okay, that shouldn't be. I have a 76, just so everybody knows. I got a 31.
Cool. So you can go ahead and roll d6,
Rolling a d6.
and you can add
600.
that, increase your.
6, no.
2.
You got it, baby.
So I'm up to
Roll
a
a
78.
Roll a
Nice.
D600, bro.
And recovered luck.
Yes, can I do that?
Well, you can do that.
So roll a D100,
D100.
and if you roll over your current luck, you add 1d10, which shouldn't be hard considering your luck.
I rolled an 83.
Nice. So roll a d10 and increase your luck.
D10. I got a 4.
Nice. And we're going to go ahead and skip both credit rating and training this round.
Okay.
It's just not pertinent because we're doing it all piecemeal. And let's move on to Roy.
Nice.
Okay. My first is climb.
Yay.
I failed, which is
So you
good.
succeeded.
So what, a D10?
D10,
Okay.
yep. Mm-hmm.
D10.
I
nuts.
got a 4.
Nice. So you're at 24 now.
Keep these low scores at things I don't need. My next is fighting brawl, which I will not succeed in. And I did, yay. Okay. So I needed 25, I got a 56.
I see you're psyching
So I
yourself
adding
out.
an 8.
Nice.
Good increase.
Nice.
That is really good.
First aid, I have a 30. I rolled a 73.
Nice.
By the way, 25 plus 8 is 33, not 32.
I can do math.
He's an accountant by night, but just by night.
Guess what? Accountants have calculators at their desks.
That's right.
It's true.
In spreadsheets.
And spread
That's
eagles.
a 34
Spread
now.
cheeks.
Next is
Listen.
spot. Now I rolled that today.
You smell something?
Spot hidden. I think that's it. Just last spot hidden.
Cool.
Nice.
And I got an
Oh.
extreme success. Awesome.
Which is a fail.
Yes.
Yeah, extreme failure.
Yeah, crash.
Extreme.
All right,
That's all right.
cool. And then go ahead and let's see what your key connection was. Fear of frogs and fear of fire. Did we encounter any of that?
I don't think so.
No,
Fire.
I don't think so.
No, there's no fire.
All right. So we're going to have to leave that where it is. And then luck. Roll D100. You want over your current luck.
Can I fudge it? Oh wait, I
Sure.
want over, so no, I can't fudge it. Of course, I got a freaking 19.
That sucks. So no luck recovery, and we'll skip the rest of that. So you're all set. Now, Rocky.
The name, don't wear it out.
I'm giving
wear it
you, if I got my cheat sheet here, 50 points to distribute however you want
Whoa.
Sweet.
among your skills.
That's insane.
I compared your skills to Roy's, and just depending on who you are, I want to sort of get you up to speed to kind of their level, if not beyond.
Put it all into Reed Lips.
Right?
I have 50 in it already. It would mean I would pretty much always be able to read someone's lips.
Oh, I didn't realize you had 50 in it.
Right, bitch.
Put it into Google
And
search.
that'll be it for you. Just you get those 50 points, and that should do it. For
All
you.
right. So I might just take a little bit of time between now and the next episode to kind
Okay.
of
Cool.
figure out where I'm going with that.
Sounds good. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and jump into the next section then, and that is, Jack, when you're all set to go, the guys waiting for you in the SUV
Okay.
will shuttle you to a private airport.
I'm
that
good to go. I've
is-
got a duffel packed and
Cool.
thrown over my shoulder.
Nice. That is sort of off the grid, and it's unlike any plane you've ever seen in your life. It looks
circular?
It looks very modern and futuristic, and very fast.
Nice.
And if what Declan said regarding the travel times, this thing is way beyond.
Like at Mach
a
6.
It's way beyond any charter jets out there that businesses use. So you know that Rocky must have a lot of resources and a lot of strings he can pull.
Nice.
And so Roy, you prepare to leave too, and Rose has a little suitcase, and
It's got unicorns on it. Please have unicorns on it.
it has unicorns, but they're black unicorns.
Nice.
That's
Demons.
metal.
Terry Brooks.
That is so metal.
Red glowing eyes.
Yep, red glowing eyes, pinpricks, and she just silently waits by your side to leave.
Rose.
And so you guys pile into the SUV. The who'd you say the drivers were? Buddy and
Bert and Bart.
Bert and Bart. They sort of look at you strangely without saying anything. Look at her, look at you, look at her, look at you.
Women, you know.
And all the kids are sort of huddling in the doorway, waving, but looking as if they're a little bit fearful. And they quickly shut the door before you can wave back from the house. And you pile into the SUV and are whisked away to a private field. And you can see Rocky signing some papers and taking care of some stuff that's being loaded into the cargo bay of this beautiful, and you recognize it right off the bat because being the aficionado of jets that you are, this is an Ariane,
Ooh.
but it's a model beyond the fastest one that's known. So this is probably some sort of weird prototype. And you approach Rocky on the tarmac with Lily at your side.
Rocky, this is apparently your niece.
It's a what now?
Apparently, this is your niece.
Hello, Uncle.
Why, hello there.
Her name is
Child.
Rose. She hasn't learned that you need to pack light when you go out.
Well, in that case,
Bullet in the head.
gonna problem solved. In that case, I'm going to do something that will benefit both of us for once in our lives, right? I'm gonna look around, point at you there. You're gonna point at one of the people in fancy suits that are standing around because all those people work for me anyway.
Yes, sir. Yeah, yes, sir. What can I help you with?
You see this small child here?
Oh, God, yeah. Whoa, God, where'd she come from?
I don't know and I don't care. You need to find some sort of extended child care service to take care of her while we're gone.
Oh, take care of her? He puts a gun to his head.
No. I mean, actually, like, just find some sort of extended child daycare.
Babysitter?
Yes, that's what I meant.
Oh, okay. Yeah, no problem. And he grasps hold of Lily's hand and leads her away, and she looks over her shoulder back at Roy as they walk away.
What's going to happen there, Rocky?
They'll find some sort of extended childcare babysitter type thing. We have more.
You know she's an Arroyo. If she goes nuts, who's going to be liable?
If she goes nuts and does something either stupid or dangerous, I have no knowledge whatsoever of her existence and will deny everything. Liability and whatnot.
I don't know if that's the right thing to do.
Roy, you got to feel these seats are so nice.
Oh my God, we gotta go now.
Yes, and if you look over to the side, you'll find a little remote that controls the heating and the air conditioning of the seats, and as well as the triple zone massage functions.
Nice.
It's
Give
got
me
a
the phone
chocolate
number.
fountain.
Give me the phone number of wherever she ends up.
All right. Before you take off, wherever she ends up, make sure you send me the phone number so I can hand it off to my brother.
I'll text it to you, sir. Goodbye. And Declan strides up to the four of you, or three of you, rather, and is like, we're all set to go, sir.
Very well. I assume that the luggage has been loaded onto the plane.
Yes, sir.
Including the
Parachutes?
extra... Yes, the parachutes as well as the extra items that I had set aside just for this mission.
And he sort of side glances at Jack and Roy. Yes, all set.
Excellent. Well, everyone aboard the plane. We will be taking off shortly. And our flight to Rio should not last more than, what would you say, Declan? 5 hours?
5
or so?
hours, sir.
Excellent.
We'll refuel there.
All aboard. And I'm just going to head up and into the plane.
All right. And you all take your seats, and they are quite comfortable. As Rocky has pointed out, they have triple zone comfort via remote, all with their little television tubes with satellite. Any channel you can imagine is going to be on there, as well as like pretty much any movie, including movies that are in the theater currently.
ESPN Ocho.
If you wish to take a nap, there is a bedroom at the back. There's also a full bathroom, including a shower, if you feel the need to.
Dibs on the shower.
Dibs on the bed.
All right, and then the doors close and the engines turn, and you are soon en route to Rio. And
I'm gonna keep lowering and raising my tray over and over again.
And, you have plentiful snacks, and the flight goes very quickly. Like 5 hours is just a blink of an eye because it's just so nice and peaceful.
Blink,
and
blink.
You get a little bit of shut-eye, which is quite nice, and the drone of the engines just lulls you into a half sleep. And before you know it, Jack, you start awake, and you've already landed. You didn't even hear anything. And Roy is just coming to.
Not 3.
That was your cue, Roy.
I think he's
Whoa.
having internet issues. Oh, there he goes.
He's coming too.
We gotta build.
And the door is open, and the hatch is open, and the staircase is descended, and there's warm, fresh air blowing in through the hatch.
Rio.
You can hear distant music from a carnival.
What other stereotypes? The
I don't
Olympics?
know.
The Olympics?
Maracas,
Yeah, there's
beautiful women. I don't know.
leftover volleyball.
Michael Caine is walking by with his niece. I don't know.
I knew it.
There's some dirty kids
his
in the street
knees?
playing football.
Football.
No, football.
Oh, yeah.
You know, soccer.
Jack and Roy, do you want to do anything?
Yeah, I'm gonna go out and get some fresh papaya.
So you walk down out of the hatch, and
I'm assuming we're right on the main strip.
Yep, you're on a tarmac of a private landing strip. You can hear the town is quite far away. There's no vendors or anything nearby. There's no real, and you don't really need them because you have pretty much anything you would want on the plane itself. But
I'm gonna look around and get right back on the plane.
Nice. You do see Rocky standing out talking with the pilot. There are some folks fueling up the jet, and Rocky notices you and comes over. He's looking at his phone. He's like, so, Rocky, you've received some disturbing news about Tristan da Cunha.
Tristan da Cunha.
Oh, good grief.
Charlie Brown.
And what you've discovered is, because I don't think I put it in your notes here for you to role play too much, but you just sort of Googled it while you were on the tarmac real quickly, and it appears that there were, earlier this morning, 3 murders on the island.
Ooh.
And all you know is that the local authorities, of which there is basically 1 policeman, are currently investigating, but it just occurred reported it about an hour ago. So there's not a whole lot of details, but it is quite disturbing because of what you know of Tristan da Cunha and the little village of Edinburgh. It's like not even 300 people there. And for
Jeez.
3 of them to be murdered somehow.
That's like 40%.
Yeah, it's just, yeah.
I'm an accountant.
Are you an accountant? Yeah. So that's what you discover on your phone, Rocky.
Well, out of the frying pan and into the fire, as they always say.
No one says that.
You just did.
All right.
So Jack,
Well-
So I went back on the plane.
No,
He's
you're-
out
you're-
on the tarmac.
it was before you did that.
Okay. Then I'm going to go.
I agree with you except for that last part.
What do you got over there, Rocky?
Well, it appears we'll be going in a little bit hot.
How you
As
feeling?
the island we are traveling to just very recently had 3 separate homicides. And that's like 40% of the population of the island, so
Whoa. So there's 11 people there?
something like that, yes. This small town, only real settlement on the island. And
You have any leads as to who may have done this? Were they related? Not the people, the murders.
yes, and yes, the people were it's one big family.
Well, it's only 11 people, so.
It's
Oh,
the
he's doing
Arroyos. Oh.
Oh, I could have made a
Island
really
of the
bad
Arroyo.
joke right there. Well, should we not waste any more time? Are we
shouldn't.
filled up?
I'm going to have to do some research on the way there. I was hoping it wouldn't come to this, but It seems our timetable may be accelerating out of my control.
And Declan comes up to Rocky and is like, "We're all good to go, sir."
Excellent. Have the boys send over all the files we have on Mr. Dakuna, please.
Matata.
Tristan Dakuna?
Yes.
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 Matata.
Yeah. Yes, it's not much. There's a few YouTube videos you can look at, but they're very inbred family. No. Just like the Royals.
Howdy! Roll Tide?
Yes, sir. I'll get those right away. We'll feed them to your phone.
Thank you, Declan. I appreciate that.
All right. And Declan says, "Let's get the fuck out of Dodge." So he ushers you back inside. You take your seats, and
I buckle up.
He tells you it's going to be just 2 hours before we'll be flying over the island, and they're going to basically circle around a couple times and try to get to a spot where you guys can safely parachute out.
All right, sounds good. Great. Roll for luck. Oh.
Whee! And before you know it, those 2 hours are indeed up. And during that 2 hours, Rocky, not much more detail is forthcoming. You do know that Edinburgh is pretty much the only town on the island of Tristan da Cunha. There are basically just about 250 residents. It's a UK province, so they all speak English. And it's a farming community, and very peaceful. There's nothing much there. There's basically just a constable. They don't have much in the way of internet. There is one internet cafe on the island that everybody shares, and but they do have telephones, and that's how it was reported, landlines. There's no mobile service at all on this island. It is very, very isolated. But very beautiful too, and people seem to really enjoy living there the rest of their lives. So that's what you learn. And pretty soon, Declan comes with each of your packs for the parachutes and gives you, basic instructions. It's kind of foolproof. They're just gonna push you out of the hatch. and this jet actually has a rear hatch that you can leap from, a small one, and then from there, just make your way down. They've already had another vehicle, another jet in front of you guys, putting down markers on the island where you're going to land a little ways from the town in Edinburgh. Okay.
All right, that sounds good.
He's ready to jump out of a plane.
I'm going to check my pack and make sure it's not just silverware and plates and stuff.
Oh, that's my homework. I'm sorry.
It's paper plates. It's really light.
Yeah. Whee!
We duct taped a bunch of paper plates together. That should help.
Just swing your arms really fast. So Declan leads you, the three of you, back, and opens up the hatch. There's a bunch of wind blowing, and he's going to count off. He's going to go first to sort of lead the way for you. Rocky, you'll go next, and then Jack, you'll come after them, and then Roy, you'll bring up the rear.
I wanted to go last so I could push Roy out of the
And, basically Declan's going to go out. His plan is to go out first and then sort of elevate using his body to surf on the wind a bit to above you guys so that he can assist if need be.
Got it.
So, but you guys are all pretty well. You've gone through the training, so it's not. This isn't completely alien to you.
Before we jump, I'm going to turn back to Roy.
Roy, let's go get Danny.
All right. And right before Rocky jumps, I'm going to kick him in the back of the knee.
And he does a little pinwheel out of the hatch. And so basically Roy watches as Declan goes, and then he gives Rocky a little kick. And then he's like, you see this glare from Rocky as he pinwheels out of the hatch. And then Jack frowns back at Roy and jumps before Roy can do anything.
And I jump backwards out of the plane, flipping him off as I go.
And then Roy
Commandeers the plane and
commandeers
takes
the
it back.
plane. Not on my plane. Kicks Gary Oldman out. No. And just it has that just weird moment of tenseness where you're like, should I jump? Do I really need to do this? And you tense up and you go, and just as you leap, you hear behind you, I like pudding. And that's where we'll cut it.
No.
I knew it wasn't going to be that easy to get
Yeah,
rid
she
of her.
snuck on.
And I was surprised I was being egged on to get rid of her, by the way.
Or maybe he didn't sneak on, she just teleported on.
What?
Well, tune in next time for Chapter 8, Tryst. What do you guys think so far? Any thoughts?
I like.
Anytime I could be with the kids.
Good setup too for the mission. We got not just going to find Danny. Now we've got something to investigate as well.
Yeah.
Beyond that.
Any theories on that? Like what the heck's going on?
Dan was the murderer.
Yeah, some people got killed,
Well, that's
but
good.
there's only 11 of them. So
So yeah, it doesn't really count.
Like 40% of the island. Does that counts as a genocide, right?
I think it's only a
It
genocide
totally
if it's like
counts.
more than 50%. So if 4 people died, then maybe.
we're good still.
Nice. Well, we'll find out next time. So go ahead and roll me a
2012?
D100, please.
D.
100.
Who loves the D?
I do.
All right. I got a 63. Gabe's got a 39. Brian's got a 54. Matt's got an 11. I will go first on recommendos. And then we'll go Brian, Gabe, and then Matt last.
Nice.
So my recommendo for tonight is Suspiria. Not the original 1977 version, but the remake 2018.
Ooh.
Bum, bum, bum.
I was curious about that.
It is directed by Luca Guadagnino. Easy
Watch
for
your
you
mouth.
to say. Nice Italian gentleman who also directed Call Me By Your Name, I believe it was, and A Bigger Splash. I've only seen A Bigger Splash. I have not seen the other one yet. And this is, of course, the stars Dakota Johnson, Tilda Swinton, Chloe Grace Moretz, Jessica Harper, of course, from the original 1977 version. And it is essentially a retelling of Dario Argento's fairy tale Giallo with a bunch more political context. It takes place starting in 1977, which is very unusual because that's when the first one was made, but doesn't take place then. It actually takes place a little bit earlier than that. So there's a bunch of, it takes place in Germany, so there's a bunch of Nazi stuff going on. That's sort of like the Germans trying to make reparations and getting beyond the Nazi occupation and the Holocaust and all that. So there's a cool political undercurrent, which is pretty interesting. It gives it a little bit more depth. Otherwise, it's a forthright illustration of actual witches who run a dance school, and they make no bones about it. They come right out and say, these guys are witches, and they go right in and tell that story, and they're really cool. Like, they have telepathy, and they basically can hypnotize people and do all sorts of weird spells and stuff. So it's gory. It's also beautifully grotesque. There are some Hellraiser vibes, which are kind of fun for me, being a Hellraiser fan. A bunch of nightmare imagery, nude dancing, full frontal peen action for Brian.
Nice.
Yeah, baby.
In my face.
And then,
wait.
And then Tilda Swinton plays 3 different roles under heavy makeup for 2 of them.
Nice.
And it's like really good old age makeup on one of them. So I was really hesitant to watch this because I'm a big fan of the original, but all the buzz I heard had me intrigued, so I went and watched it one morning. It is almost 3 hours long. It's I think 150 some odd minutes. and so it's quite a journey. But I think it's definitely worth a watch, particularly if you've been on the fence because I hate remakes or whatever. This is this sort of takes it beyond that, but it does require a fair amount of patience and an aptitude for maybe a little bit of curiosity of the historical aspects. So, other than that, I recommend Suspiria.
Very nice.
Yeah, baby. All right, how about Brian?
It is my turn, boy.
Okay, I actually just started using this today. I got it recommended by a friend of the show, George, who used to be on the show. It's called Letterbox D. It's an app, Letterbox. Basically, you can go on and open an account and register every movie you've ever seen and keep track. And more importantly, you're finding the movies that you thought you might have seen or that you missed. I found probably about 25 today that I swear I had seen. I don't think I have, and I wanted to, and I have no idea why I didn't. So I'm making a list. And a couple of my other friends were making a list, and we're going to do a movie night once or twice a month where we watch one or two of the movies that none of us have seen and keep that trend going. You can mark it off. You can follow friends to see what they have seen and what you haven't, compare lists. It's fantastic. Probably my brother has like 10 trillion.
A lot.
I just got it today and I'm working on it now, going through and just marking movies that I've seen. And so far I'm up to 855.
Nice.
So, but I'm, there's, Matt, do you remember how many movies they said were on here? Over 45,000 movies.
Something ridiculous.
Something ridiculous like that. And you can search and add movies too if you need to, which is really cool. Check it out. It's a Letterbox, just a fun app to share with friends if you're a movie buff. And I'm going down memory lane as I click. So you can rate them 1 out of 5 stars. You can go half stars in between as well. And then you can like it. And you can also do a review on each movie as well, which is pretty cool. I haven't done that yet. I'm going through and marking everything. And then my favorites, you pick your top 4 and everybody gets to see your top 4 favorites. And that's where I'll do my reviews.
Very cool. And that is Letterboxd. And you can check out the website or the app, download the app. And if you want to look me up, I'm Boomstick Brew.
Woohoo!
Yeah.
I will be following you shortly.
Yeah, baby. So it is actually
he's right
fun.
behind you.
And I follow some other podcast hosts of horror podcasts, horror movie podcasts. So.
That's cool because you can get some ideas from other people too.
Yep.
Like, oh, I never even heard of that, or I didn't think of that movie, or you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, what I do is I listen to podcasts typically when they come back from film festivals that I wanted to go to.
Okay.
And then I basically just jot down in my watch list, and I look up that movie and then add to my watch list, and then later on I can see what that is and what's pending.
That's cool.
And that way I don't forget which one I need to see. So it's pretty cool.
I like.
All right, Gabriel, how about you?
I'm going to recommend Wrestle Kingdom 13, a New Japan Pro Wrestling super show that happened this year, January 4th. It happens every year, January 4th. This is the 13th year. It is pure wrestling, unmatched, the best show every year for probably about 6 odd years straight. And over the last couple of years, it has also gained some of the entertainment value that a lot of other companies have over New Japan, because they've brought in English announcers, and more of their characters have personalities that aren't as nuanced as there used to be over there, at least to an American audience or an English-speaking audience. So it's just become a much more accessible product to an English-speaking audience, rather than a couple years ago it was basically Japanese only. Some of the great matches this year: Hiroshi Tanahashi versus Kenny Omega, Tetsuya Naito fought Chris Jericho, and then my favorite was Zack Sabre Jr. fought Tomohiro Ishii, two of the most technically one of the most technically sound wrestlers in the business. Some guy who will just punch you in the face and headbutt you for fun. It was a great show from from top to bottom. Not a bad match on the entire show. So that's Wrestle Kingdom 13 for you.
Very cool.
Sweet. All right, and finally, Matt.
So for the first recommend of this chapter, I'm moving a little bit away from home turf. It's not a game per se, but it is in the gaming realm. For those of you watching, either live or later on, you'll get a little something extra with this. Wormwood is a company that is not super well known, but they're kind of on the rise for making items and things for tabletop gaming. They do dice trays, dice vaults, deck cases, dice towers, all sorts of stuff you could use for, D&D or Call of Cthulhu or Magic the Gathering. And what's really great is all of the products they made are all made out of wood. They're all really high quality woods. The one that I have here is from one of their Kickstarters. This is their Call of Cthulhu Dice Vault.
Nice.
So yeah, this is the Call of Cthulhu Dice Vault I got from them. The wood is called Wenge. Is that really cool dark color? And printed on the top, it actually says Roll for Sanity.
Nice.
But all of their products it's real wood. When you buy something, they send you a little card like this, which tells you what kind of wood you got. Tells you a little bit about it, where it's from, and then on the back it actually has a map of the world and shows you where it grows and where they got it from.
Sweet.
The dice vaults are really nice because they have super heavy duty magnets in them, so it's keep all your dice in place. But yeah, it's super high quality products that are made out of really, really great woods. Now, mind you, you do have pay for that quality. They are probably a little more expensive than some of the other, gaming companies out there, but the price is well worth what you get for it.
All right, cool. Yeah, I really like mine. Pretty sweet.
Yay.
Pretty sweet, guys. Thank you. All right, well, that's going to be it for this episode of Lovecraft Tapes. Thank you for listening. Please subscribe on Apple Podcasts, Google Music, Podbean, Spotify, Stitcher, or anywhere you download your regular podcasts. If you like what you hear, please leave us a review. Meanwhile, you can find us at thelovecrafttapes.com with links to all our recommendos and social media channels, including Facebook, Reddit, YouTube, and our Discord server, where you can chat with Brian in real time.
Real time, not fake time like usual.
Real time.
Twitter's fake time.
Yep. And speaking of which, you can find me on Twitter at Lovecraft Tapes.
And if anyone feels they need a personal apology for how terribly I'm doing with my accent and, wants, some sort of revenge or anything, or if you just feel like telling me off or want to, help me do any better at this, you can hit me up on Twitter at TheRealWeirdKid.
And if anyone wants to declare that they're on Team Roy and not Team Rocky, you can find me at Lovecraft Gabe.
If anybody wants to take bets on if I actually have a parachute in my pack, we'll go 50-50 on that right now. You can reach me at Brian Podcasts.
Until next time, roll for pudding.
Pudding.
Right. And let me see how I can even stop the stream on this thing. I don't know. Bink.
Shane, how do